Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my life real talk with your girl, Lady D. Bear with me 1 second, getting everything checked out, making sure that my mic is together. And sorry for being late, guys. Sorry for being late. So I'm checking my mic to see if everything is together. Yes, indeed. I was coming on to talk about Portia and Nene leaks. That's what I really wanted to go ahead and talk about, but I want to confirm it to see if Nene is going to be a part of Real Housewives of Atlanta, which we know that, Nene and Cynthia Bailey and Portia, they always in Dubai together and filming. So, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and non-biased. This right here, guys, this is the gift that's keep on giving. Keep on giving. Hey, I see my girls in the house, country girl. She say, good evening, Lady D and chat. How are you doing, country girl? Are you at work, girl? Let me know if you're at work today. Let me see if I can drop my mic to see. I know country ain't coming on, but let me see if Logica, she got that mic together. I mean, Logica, when Logica come in, Logica, make sure you check your email, please, or email me so we can make sure we get everything together. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in case Logical and even Nicole, if Nicole want to come on, she's welcome to come on. So guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. This is where I consider facts over feelings and truth over power. Oh, she said, no, ma'am, I got off early. Do you want to come and set with me? Let me know if you want to come set with me. Guys, look, the reason why I was late because I was watching a video, and I'm not mocking it. I'm not talking about it, but someone had made a video of Krishan Rock, the baby, the way that the baby crying, they saying that, it's just a weird sound. And I was listening to that video, and it was very, very disturbing, the way that the baby was crying. And I don't know, if the baby have, and I'm gonna say allegedly down uh syndrome or something like that. Uh Logical said, hello, running late. We see you in about 15 minutes. Okay. Well, I'll drop the link. So when you come in, let me know, girl. Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of disturbing. But when it comes to these people right here, man, it's just they don't want to do what it takes, especially, it's when it comes to childbearing and bringing kids into the world. They do any and everything. And all we could do is just pray for these people because I just don't know. But also, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit. I'm waiting for Logical to come in. She said that she's going to be in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about Portia and Nene. Yes, Portia and Nene. I want to go ahead and talk about this right here. Let me go ahead and get the screen a little bigger because you guys don't need to see my braids. I need to go ahead and retwist my braids, guys. I started to do it, but I was just too lazy. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Nene Leakes and Portia coming on. I mean, guys, if this is true, trust me, you're going to see me blogging about it because I mean, this right here, this is it. This is whoever came together, production, they did a good job, if they're going to bring them all together. And I think they should go ahead and bring Portia, Nene, Phaedra, get Phaedra off of Married to Medicine because I don't think that Phaedra is a good fit, on Married to Medicine. It's just like a sore thumb. And even though, I really don't care for Kim Zolciak, but bring her back too because they all was good TV. And what was so surprising to me, well, really it wasn't surprising, but they waited to announce some of the casts that, that might come back after Candy went ahead and said that she was leaving, which we already know. And I'm going to say allegedly. I don't think that Candy really wanted to leave. I think that, they had waited so long for her to, make up her mind. And finally, Candy just went ahead and said that, she's just going to go ahead and leave because she can't, just keep waiting. But notice, after Candy came out and she said what she said, even Andy Cohen, he talked about it, which we already know how these people is. These people do some shyster stuff. That's why they go ahead and call Andy shady. But notice after Candy came out, that's when you start hearing, Portia is coming back, and then Portia might get Nene to come back, because maybe Portia probably say, Nene did me a favor, because you remember when Portia had dragged Kenya Moore across that stage, and Nene was the one, to help her, save her job. So maybe that's what Portia's doing in return, getting Nene back. But I would like to see that, because, especially when it comes to Real Housewives Atlanta, let me know, guys, because, whether you like it or not, Nene, she's the engine to that show. When Nene left, the ratings went down, because, we were so used to, seeing Nene, because that was her baby. She started Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Portia, Portia, she has a big old huge fan base, and everybody loved Portia, and everybody wants to see Portia back. But I want to see how, it's going to gel with Kenya Moore, because you already know Kenya Moore, she's just looking, to go ahead and gun for Portia. But I think that's why Portia wanted Nene back, because Kenya Moore is not going to go ahead and cross Nene. And so that's going to be, right there, someone that's going to help her when it comes to Kenya Moore, because we know Kenya Moore, she's a gutter sniper. She hits below the belt. Country Girl said, I don't see Nene come back. You don't think so? I don't know, but that's what they saying. They saying, I know, did you see some of the Instagram stuff that I think it was Nene or Portia had posts, where they all was in Dubai? I think it was Cynthia Bailey, it was Nene and Portia, and it was some other girls. So who to say, they might have some filming where they all going to come together. Country Girl say Kenya was jealous of Portia. Oh, Kenya was jealous of Portia, and now that, she's waiting, she just sitting on ready, just waiting to sit there and go after Portia. And Portia probably say, hey, if you're gonna come after me, honey, I'm bringing Nene Leakes with me, So I don't know, but it's going to be interesting if Nene come back, and even Portia. I might, do some commentary on it. I might go ahead and watch it, because that's how I started everything off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So guys, look, I'm waiting on Logical, but she'll catch up, because she know a lot when it comes to all this stuff that is going on with Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I saw an article today, and it was, to me, this article was like somebody like me would have wrote this article, because I didn't understand why did they go ahead and drag Shereé Whitfield into all this. But they were saying, and I'm going to say allegedly, but this is the article. I'm gonna go ahead and read this article, and I know you guys have heard it almost 101 times, but you haven't heard it from me. So let me go ahead and pick up this article right here and read this. Country Girl, let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me real good. Country Girl say yes. If Portia come back, I'll watch. Okay, so look, hey, she like Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I guess Country Girl gonna be sitting on this panel with me, and we're gonna go ahead and chop it up when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But guys, let me go into this right here. I want to read this article right here, and I want to comb through it, because this, to me, it was kind of disturbing, because I think that this right here is like just clout chasing, and not only clout chasing, it's like beating a dead horse. I don't know if Melody is just trying to just pull up what's going to stick, because she need a storyline. And like I say, when it comes to all this right here, this to me is for entertainment purpose only. Okay, I don't know these people, and I only can go by of what they put out. And like I said, my commentary might not be what you want to hear, but this is my truth. Okay, so and everything is allegedly, but this right here is coming from the U.S. Sun. I had saw this article right here, and I don't know why they went ahead and put exclusive, because we already know that Melody and Martell was going back to court, because Tasha K already, they have Martell already had talked about it on Tasha K platform. But right here it says a nasty divorce, love and marriage, Huntsville. Martel Holt's ordered to undergo psycho evaluation after ex accused him of, and I'm not going to, what I'm saying, doing to the kids. So, I'm not going to come out and say what it is because, when it comes to YouTube, a lot of things are sensitive. So also it says Melody Host has dragged her ex back to court with new shocking accusation. And this is the part that I don't understand because Melody kids are old enough to articulate and talk about how they are being treated with their dad. So right there, I think that Melody, and I'm going to say a legend, guys, this is my opinion, and all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. I think that Melody is fishing, and it's like she's trying to keep all this stuff going, so that at least she can have a storyline. That's exactly how I look at it. I see Minister Terry Lewis in the house say, hello, Real Talk with Lady D. Good evening. How are you doing, Minister Terry Lewis? How are you doing? Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Unapologetic and 9 buys. And guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And if you want to go ahead and support this channel, guys, let me go ahead and put my Cash App. You can go ahead and support it. But it won't even hurt you guys to just go ahead and click, hit like, or however you feel led if you're watching these videos. How are you doing, my friend, my crime important? How are you doing, Lodge?
I'm great. How are you today, Lady D?
Doing great.
Good, good, good.
Girl, you see all this stuff is going on out there, huh? Melody
Yeah,
look like she just can't just, I mean, she just don't want to leave it alone. It's like she
yeah.
needs to do something, and all I can see is it got to be for a storyline.
Well, they got a messy divorce. They're both fighting for how they feel about what's going on with the kids. She want them on the show. He don't want them on the show. So they got to
Hmm.
make each other look bad.
Absolutely. I see
Yeah.
Bertha Raymond said the interview with Tasha K makes more sense now. It does. What you think
Uh-huh.
about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we knew once he posted all of those videos of her acting like a rabid dog and talking to Tasha K, that she was going to be coming behind him trying to make him look bad because his interview with Tasha K really did make her look bad.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And everybody was waiting, everybody was saying why, he waited so long,
yeah,
to drop those receipts. This is the right time because
right.
now, she's taking him back to court demanding a psychic evaluation. And it's like the pot calling the kettle black. How the heck you going to ask the judge, the court to give Martell a evaluation when you was
Right.
pouring gasoline
I know.
in this man's house? Make
I
it make
know.
sense,
They not
Lodge.
crazy as her.
Make it make sense. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, she claims that he believes in corporal punishment
Hmm.
and he's ABing the kids because he believes in spanking them and making them, you know, act be respectful. And
Hmm.
she's not into spanking the kids.
Okay.
I've heard her say that. Actually, I've heard her mother say that she never spanked Melody.
Well,
But
if
Melody
Melody
did.
is not into spanking and her mother is not into spanking, Melody's brother is into spanking because he definitely said that if the kid's gonna come to his house, he's pulling out a belt.
Uh huh.
You remember
But
when Melody
it's
brother
okay
said
for the
that?
brother, but it's not
Hmm?
okay for Martell to spank his
Thank
kid.
you.
What kind of mess
Thank
is that?
you. I hope
Yeah.
you guys heard that because
Now,
what
let me
Melody's
ask you
what
this,
Melody's
Lady D.
brothers, huh?
Let me ask you this question. In Alabama, do you think a judge is going to go along with her with the father not being able to? chastise his kids? I don't think
Well,
so.
Well, I think they might tell him not to because they hard on that right now. They don't want you to touch the kids. And that's why I think that when it comes to the children today, they so disrespectful because they know the minute when you pull out a belt, the first thing they gonna say, "Well, I'm calling 911," and before you know it, CPS going to investigate and stuff like that because they don't want you to touch the kids. Now they can touch them, but you can't touch your own kids. Okay, the Bible says spare the rod, spoil the child, right?
Absolutely. So, how do you feel about that? Do you think a child can be raised without being chastised?
Well, like I said, we turned out good, and
Yeah,
my mom, she pulled out the belt, and nothing happened to us.
got my butt toe up.
Thank you. So I don't think anything wrong with it. Now if you sitting there, obsessive,
Right.
abusing, well, AB, then that's right there. That's a problem
Right.
right there.
There
But
is
if
a
you're gonna
difference.
spank your kids, and they going to arrest you for something like that, then Lord have mercy. It's time for us to sit there and move out of Babylon. Okay.
There is a difference between spanking, chastising your kids, and ABing them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I'm
But
sure,
I think Mel is reaching. You think she's
oh
reaching?
yeah, she's reaching. She got to, because she
Mm.
wants them back on social media and on the show. She needs that excess money.
So
And
what's the purpose
Martell
of
does
her?
not want them on, huh?
Huh?
Martell don't want the kids on the show or on
Mm,
social media. She needs to be able to find, present him to be an unfit father in order to get this custody that she need in order to make the decisions for her kids to be back on the show. The girl need the money.
mm-hmm,
She need that money, and she know those kids will attract a certain crowd, her fans, and they gonna spend more money.
mm-hmm. This is what Bertha Raymond said that Yankee tank not down south. You can't batter your kids. There is a difference. Yeah, I'm down south as well, and they don't want you to spank your kids. And like I
Mhm.
said, they can do all types of stuff to our children, but we can't do not one thing. And like I said, to me, if you're not abusing your kids and they want you to just go ahead and put the children in timeout.
No, timeout don't work. I
Hmm.
mean, that can be the first measure that you go to, but after you put them in timeout and they still are disrespectful or are not obedient, then we need to go on to something else a little bit more effective. I
Hmm.
spank my children, but my kids
Yeah.
are almost 50 years old. My youngest is
Girl,
11.
shoot, I spanked mine. I remember my last one. I spanked him, and I say, "Look, you call the police, because honey, trust me. See, they try to play that junk on you. You can't touch them.
Right,
Especially these millennium kids. I say,
right.
who I'm gonna spank your butt. But let's go ahead and get back to Melody's brother because I think this
Uh-huh.
right here, this was good. This is a good discussion because
Uh-huh.
I remember when Melody brother Marcus, his name Marcus, right?
Right, right.
I remember when he said that if the kid's gonna come to his home, he's
Mhm.
going to spank him. And I remember, I don't know, it was Tank or it was one of his other nephews, but they
Uh-huh.
left the light on, and he said, "Look, if they come to my house, honey, I'm pulling out the belt." If
I
I'm not
remember
mistaken, I think he was talking about Tank, right? Melody's and Martell's son.
I remember Marcus
And I'm gonna
saying,
say a legend, but I remember him saying
yeah,
something like
I
that.
remember him saying that. And Martell
Hmm.
wasn't very happy about it. He felt like if Marcus had a problem with the children, then he needed to take it to Melody or to him to chastise
Hmm.
his kids. I don't have a problem with that, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
don't
just
know.
reaching. That's reaching.
Yeah, it's reaching. But
So
see,
let me read a little. Let me go ahead. Say it. What you had to say?
go ahead, go ahead.
So
I'll
let
wait.
me read a little more. And this article right here is coming from the U.S. Sun, but I don't know why they say exclusive because we already know that
Mhm.
Martell had told Tasha K. So if anybody should get credit, it should be Tasha K. Okay.
Mhm.
So right here it says, Love and Marriage Huntsville Martel Holt has been ordered to undergo a psychic evaluation after his ex has accused him of a B their kids. The U.S. Sun can exclusive reveal. Martel 42 and Melody divorce battle has gotten even more nasty as Melody 38 has grown more concerned about his alleged erratic behavior and inappropriate treatment of their children. Let's go ahead and talk about this because we're going to go ahead and we're going to dissect this right here. So
Mhm.
right here, they saying that the nasty divorce. Now, how long these people been divorced?
What
Going
the
on 4 years, right?
years? Yeah.
Going on 4 years, and they still fighting through this custody battle. So, like I say, it got to be something bigger than what it is right here. And then talking about, Martell erratic behavior. So let's talk about Melody's erratic behavior. Let's
Absolutely.
talk about that. Go ahead, Lodge.
The first thing I want to say, the Sun is not a reputable news outlet. The Sun is a celebrity gossip um, paper. It's not reputable news. Anybody can send any old information to the Sun and they'll post it. It don't have to be true. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be legitimate. I'm pretty sure she sent that information. They said that the information was sent on February the 4th,
I
or the
felt that
article
spirit.
was posted on the 4th.
Yeah.
The evaluation for Martell came because Melody stated that he was AB in the children.
Hmm.
Well, I guess the courts have to follow through to see, but
Hmm.
evidently they found him to be an accurate and a decent father because he still has custody of his kids. So
And I
it's
hate how they put the false information. They saying that the court ordered Martell to get a psychic evaluation. Why would they put these bloggers put that false information out as if the court ordered? The court did not order that. It says that Melody was the one that demand the court to go ahead and give
yeah,
him that evaluation.
yeah.
Come
Well,
on, guys, get it
you know,
right.
I think they have to make him look as bad as possible. I mean,
But
because
it,
after
but it's
all,
not working. No weapon
no,
formed
it's
against you
not.
shall prosper.
No, it's not working. But her fans, the bloggers that support her, they still have a duty to do because, like Nicole said last night, she has a specific connection and is able to communicate with them, and she gives them their marching orders, what they are supposed to do, and
Hmm.
they follow through. And if she say, "Hey, get down on Martell, dog him out," that's what they do. If she tells them to dog out Destiny or dog out Tisha, that's what they do.
Wow.
So it
That's what you
doesn't
call
matter if it's true
scoring.
or not. They have a job to do. They work for her.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And all this right here, guys, to us is for entertainment purpose only. So everything
Yeah,
is
in
alleged.
my opinion,
Uh
you know.
yes, yes. Minister Terry Lewis said we must remember the difference between a whipping and a spanking. A spanking has a lesson and a message behind it. A whipping doesn't have a lesson or a message behind it. And that's true.
That's accurate. Yeah,
That's accurate. That's very accurate.
I agree.
That yes, good point. But let's go ahead and continue reading this mess. And you are absolutely right. I said this when I opened up. I said it looked like I wrote this article. You hear me? This does not sound professional. Okay, this sounds like something that I wrote. And also, it says as of December the 14th, 2023, the court has ordered Martell to undergo a psycho evaluation after the mom of four filed or motion demanding he submit to a psychiatric examination and evaluation ahead of their trial
Yeah,
in April. So it's the mom, guys. And
yeah,
that's why we was talking about it last night that Martell need to just go around and start hitting these people with defamation because they are really out to sit there and assassinate this man character.
absolutely.
And
Yep.
also it
She
says, according
demanded.
to, go ahead, what you said?
She demanded that evaluation, I guess, through her lawyers. And
Yes.
being that she filed the charges against him for AB and the children, they have to follow through. and have
Of
him
course.
evaluated to see if he is abusive, which
Yes,
he
see,
is
because
not.
no, 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 not at all.
No, it's not.
And and maybe the most high God must have wanted all this to happen, because sometimes before you start seeing the sunshine, a storm got to come. And
Yeah,
if this to take Martell to be vindicated, then he have to go through this storm. And that's
yeah,
what I'm looking at. He's going through the storm, because when the whole entire world is against you, then that's when the most high God is going to lift him up, because they hated him without a cause. They hated
absolutely.
him without a cause. What did this man do besides have an affair over his wife? Is that a crime? That is not a crime.
No, nobody goes to jail for having an affair.
And that's what they want to sit there and persecute this guy for.
Well, I mean, the article started off saying it was a nasty divorce, and it is,
Yes.
you know, and it happens in a lot of divorces. The spouses pitch the children against each other, and the
Hmm.
spouses are mean and nasty and hateful towards each other. It
Yes.
happens a lot. Whoever
That's
wants
it.
control, and we can see they both really want control. He likes
Hmm.
to be in control, and she likes to be in control.
That's it.
And that's sad.
And they can't say really a nasty divorce, because they know all this stuff was happening before they pitched this show to this network. And Martell, if he didn't like Melody, and Melody didn't, they wouldn't have never came together to put this show on air. So
Mm.
it, quite obvious, they know, their life was a mess and toxic before they came on.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of lying, a whole bunch of lying and faking on both of their
Yes,
parts.
and the courts gonna see that, because you don't waste these people time like that.
Yeah,
And like I said, when you dig one ditch, you better make sure you dig one for yourself, because you might fall in it as well. And we already know all Melody dirt is still within the statute of limitation, and she better
yeah,
hope that the DA don't pick up all the charges that she did.
right.
Okay. And let me continue reading, Lodge. It says, according to Alabama court docs exclusive obtained by the U.S. Sun, Melody informed the court that the mental, psychological, and emotional stability of the father is an issue. Wow. So let's go ahead and cut this up. Let's chop this up now. Melody said there, and she put in motion that he has mental, psychological. So anybody that said there and douse a couch with gasoline and a fire in one a lighter in the other hand, and pick up flower pots and golf clubs and bats and throwing knives in a wall, don't you think that person should be evaluated as well?
Absolutely. She was acting like a raving lunatic. Yeah, we haven't seen him destroying property. We haven't seen him spreading lighter fluid all over the furniture in the house, trying to, you know, attempt to burn the house down. We haven't seen him doing it. We haven't seen hit her with a bat. We haven't seen him take a golf club and a bat and destroy her vehicle. But he's the lunatic. I don't think so.
Thank you.
We've seen him get verbally aggressive when he's provoked,
Hmm.
but we have not seen him lay one finger on her. But we have seen her physically ABing him. My eyes
Absolutely.
are not lying to me.
Mine's either.
I know what I saw. Yep.
Mine's either. Absolutely. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, because you got a lot of trolls. Everything in here is fair use. Okay. So let me go ahead and put my copyright disclaimer on. Okay. So I can go ahead and
Okay.
read this right here, because you know how they are. Okay.
Oh,
So everything in here is fair
they'll be
use
okay,
for
honey.
research. And that's exactly what we're doing. We are doing research and also for entertainment purpose only. Okay.
Absolutely. They're gonna be okay, honey.
Yeah. They're going to be
Don't you
okay.
worry about them.
They're going to be okay. Okay. And also it says she argued that his actions are detrimental to the psychic, emotion, and mental well-being of the children, and feared that the children have already suffered emotion damage as a result of Martell Iraq and erratic behavior. Now, how could she sit there and put all that? But like I said, when you throw a rock, you better make sure something bigger don't come back and hit you. Now, if she's worrying about the children, their mental behavior because of how their dad is, he's acting. What about when she took her child out of the house, out of their bed to go and start her husband, and the child saw her dad was with another woman? The child would have never knew what happened if the mom wouldn't have sat there and drove the children around trying stalking the dad. Now, don't you think that was wrong?
I do.
Oh my God. Come on,
I really
guys.
do. I mean, who takes a child to witness their parent doing something that's not appropriate? Who does that? What
That's
kind of
it.
mindset would say, "Oh, I'm gonna take my children over here to see their daddy with his mistress"? Who does that?
Hmm.
Oh
And
my
then the
goodness.
child sat there and said, Martell sat there and said, who told you that? Mom. No,
Yeah,
first she said it's a secret. It's a secret. Remember when she said it's a
yeah,
secret?
she did say that. It's a
And then
secret.
finally she came out, and she said,
Yeah, she did. Polar
so
baby.
Martell is more concerned about what's going on with the affair of the kids than she is.
Yeah,
That's how it looked, according to what they putting out on TV.
that's the way I see it. That's the way I assume it. See, I mean, that's the way I see it. That's the way you see it. But remember, her fans are coming from a monetary place. They
Yes.
said they don't care what she does and who she does it to. They are still supporting her, right or
Hmm.
wrong. I believe them.
Well, they can say whatever they want, but the court is the one that's going to make the decision. When
Absolutely.
you think the court is sitting there worrying about these YouTubers,
No, no. The courts don't care about none of us. How we think, how we feel, who we
thank
side
you.
with, who we are, if we're fans of him or her. The courts don't care about none of that.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know why her fans think that it matters how they feel, but they
Like you
do.
say, because it's a monetary thing. That's
Yeah, it's a
why.
monetary
And
thing.
because of clicks and likes.
Yeah, the more that crazy they talk, the people that align themselves with their mentality and her mentality, the more they click in. They get the comments, they get the clicks. It's all about money. It's not
Absolutely.
about what's right or wrong.
That's sad. That's sad. That's
Yeah,
why I tell you guys all the time, don't come in here a lot if you think that you're going to get your
yeah.
ears tickled, because we don't jump on no bandwagon. We going to call it
No,
as we see it.
we don't have a monetary dog in this fight. I'm
Not
not
at
trying to make
all.
no money.
Not at all.
Excuse me. I've been fighting this cold for about a week, and it's just seems like it's not trying to go nowhere. I still
Oh,
feel
okay.
congested.
Yeah, well, we praying that that you get a
Yeah,
speedy recovery, because over here is facts over what? Facts over feelings and truth over power. That's
absolutely.
how we look at
All
it.
day, every day.
Yes. Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
And Thursday, I have a little small procedure I have to go through Thursday, so I might not come on Thursday. And if I do, if you want to go
Okay,
ahead and you got something that you want to go ahead and talk about, you can go ahead and do the show. You see what I'm saying? So just email me and let me know here.
okay, dear. I prefer to wait for you. And
Okay.
yeah, I prefer to wait for you.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
here's the kicker right here. Are you ready for this one right here?
most definitely.
It says in the same filing, she claims Shereé Whitfield's ex continued to use corporate punishment against their minor children. Now, why did she add it Shereé Whitfield? Why did she put Shereé in a custody battle? Make it make sense.
I didn't understand that. Sheree did what?
Let me go ahead and read it again. It says in the same filing,
Okay.
she is talking about Mel, claims Shereé Whitfield's ex continue to use corporate punishment against their minor children. So I guess that's who the article went ahead and maybe put Shereé Whitfield. But we already know that when it
Um,
came to Melody, she idolized Shereé anyway when she drove all the way to go
yeah.
and get her to sign a book.
She's saying that Sheree's ex meeting Martel, right?
Uh-huh.
Referring to Martel as Sheree's ex.
Yeah, she's in here. This is what the article says. It says in the same filing,
Mm-hmm.
She claimed, talking about Mel, claimed
Yeah.
Shereé Whitfield's ex continued to use corporate punishment against their minor children.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if Melody went ahead and mentioned Shereé in her motion, and most likely she might have, because I think that Melody at the reunion had brought up Sheree's name when
Yeah.
she said something about, oh, it's in the court papers. You remember?
Oh yeah.
Melody said something to the fact, I know she said something about Shereé Whitfield.
Yeah. Well, Shereé is famous, so mentioning Shereé in this article or mentioning Shereé on the reunion, gives a little bit more, spark to her story. I mean, she's not gonna really continue to mention the baby mama,
Hmm.
his woman, girlfriend, side chick, or whatever they want to call her. But mentioning Shereé gives it a little bit of sparkle, I guess. That's the only thing I could think of.
Hmm.
But girl, ain't
That's it.
nobody paying no attention to her or the Sun magazine.
That's
Mm,
it. And but we already know that she idolized Shereé anyway when she
yeah,
went and drove down there, and also she brought Shereé name up at the reunion. But
yeah,
it's sad when you're doing all this. To me, just like what Funky Dineva had came out and said, pretty much she's clout chasing. This hands down, this is clout chasing,
yeah, she is.
because it's letting you know that you haven't moved on. You didn't change your name, you
Mm-hmm.
saying that you're ready to move on. You don't even want to be associated with
Yep,
nothing that Martell is doing. So
yep,
quite obvious, you don't have anything going, because if I got something going, I'm not going to keep dragging someone that I don't moved on from into court. Make it make sense.
right. I mean, they've been divorced 3.5 years, and her mouth
Absolutely.
is constantly fixed on him, um, which tells me that without him, she has no legitimate storyline
She's
because
telling it,
it's her.
and the thing about it, she's telling it without even opening up her mouth.
Yeah. Well, she's given them their little tidbits in their little private conversations, and she seeks them out on him. It is the craziest, the stupidest mess I have ever seen in my life.
Hmm.
If it was my daughter, ooh I would tear her behind up. At
Hmm.
38 years old, I would still tear her behind up.
That's jealousy.
Okay, make her
That
stand
is
up and
what
be
you call
a real.
jealousy.
A real woman don't move like this. No, this is
And the
childish
thing about it,
behavior.
Lige, I don't understand how are her fans saying she's continue being blessed. You can't be blessed like that.
I guess because they think they buying her little products or she making a few dollars. But when they really look at it, she's got to buy her labels. She has to buy her boxes. She has to buy her confetti. She has to buy the chemicals that goes in those bodies, in those bottles. She's really not making a lot of money.
No,
You know, if she was, she could afford to buy herself a home. She's
that's
renting
it.
from Chris Fletcher.
Wow.
She doesn't have a home of her own.
Wow.
You know, so she's really not making a lot of money. When you can drag your own packages to the post office in these little garbage bags, girl, you ain't making no money. You know, when you have to have a truck
Hmm.
come and pick up your packages because you got crates of
Like
packages
Destiny, like
like
Destiny.
Stormy has.
Yes, Stormy. I'm sorry, Stormy.
Have
Hmm.
you seen those crates full of packages?
Full, and saw
Full.
the UPS truck right behind it.
Absolutely. Now that's when you making money.
Thank you.
But when you and your little helpmate or whatever Lauren is to her, when you guys can get together a couple of clear garbage bags and put your packages in, put them in back of your vehicle, and take it to the post office, you ain't making no money.
Absolutely.
You're not making no money. You're making
Absolutely.
just enough to buy your packaging, your bottles, your chemicals,
Hmm.
your signage, your confetti, your decorative cute little. You make just enough money to flip that crap over, but you're not
Yeah.
making no real pocket money. I ain't stupid.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you are absolutely right. You can tell that this article is not coming from, a
No,
very professional,
it's a
reliable source.
gossip
Yeah.
magazine.
Yeah. So most likely somebody
Nobody,
must have sat there and sent this out to them.
nobody would even consider the Sun a reputable news
Yes.
company. Nobody.
Yeah. And also it says she gave, oh, go ahead. What you're saying, babe?
Gossip news paper. It's not the like the Inquirer. Back in the
Yes.
day, we used to get the Inquirer in the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not reputable news sources.
Wow.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow. So let me continue here.
Okay, go ahead.
So right here it says she gave an example that on December 11th, 2023, he allegedly threatened to tear them up once their divorce case is over. So what she mean tear them up? I guess the kids referring to their minor kids, and
Well,
said in a separate filing from
uh-huh.
December the 14th that he even offered to allow the children to be on the television show. That's all it's about. Love and Marriage in Huntsville, being on that show, if he could use corporate punishment in the future. Now, how the heck he offered to sit there and allow the kids to
So
come on the show if he can sit there and spank the kids? That right there, that don't make no
that
sense.
is ridiculous. It makes
Oh
no
my
sense.
God, really?
No sense at
Oh,
all. I mean, I know when I used to tell my kids, I'm gonna tear your behind up when I get you home. It meant you was gonna get your butt spanked.
yeah.
But what he say, I will allow you to film if I get my rights.
Who gonna make a deal like that?
That's stupid. It makes no sense. Not at all. But it came out of her little pea brain, so it don't
Oh my
surprise
God.
me. I'm sure her fans are eating it up.
So let's just go ahead and picture this. Imagine, okay, I need the kids on the show. Okay, if you let me spank them, you can have them on the show.
What kind of
My
sense that?
God, really?
Come
That
on
does
now.
not make no sense at all.
None at all.
Even country
I
girls
tell
say,
you what,
Lord
with
have mercy.
oh boy. Yeah, like they say, common sense is not real common these days.
Wow.
Yep.
And I
It's
just
one of
hope
those
they just eyes is open, because the way that you and I are breaking this down, we breaking it down where even a child can understand, because we know half of these overzealous fans have childlike minds.
absolutely.
This does
Yeah,
not make
no,
no
a lot of
sense.
it makes no common sense,
Who going
but
who going to sit there and work out a deal? Let me spank the kids, and you have to, in order for you to have the kids on the show. And also, the former couple have 4 kids together, daughter, which we already know. The TV personality is also the father to another child's son, Knox, with a woman who has been identified as his mistress, Ariane Curry. And like I said, this right here is like beating a dead horse. I am sick of it. We've been talking about this for 6 whole seasons, and this right here is not what I call exclusive news.
absolutely. Wow, wow, wow. What a mess. What people will not do to make a darn dollar. It's
Wow,
amazing. It is amazing.
this is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
And all this is about getting the kids on TV. For what?
Absolutely.
You guys can sit there and really mess the kids up by putting all this toxic garbage on the show. Now you want to make them worse than what they already are? You guys already done ruined the show. So why would you want the kids on the show? Now, if anything, they should go ahead and just shut this mess down.
Well, the best interest of the children has never, to me, hasn't been the first thought for her, because if
That's
it
it.
was, she would have never presented this mess on nationwide TV.
The only one
Her, her,
pretty
her,
much have
her,
the best interest for the kids, and that's Martell.
right, right, absolutely. Because you remember, he did not want all of this infidelity on TV. She
Hmm.
wanted to present it. So from the beginning, once she started speaking about his infidelity and making it the main focus and the topic of the show,
Hmm.
to me, she didn't care about her children. She was caring about how much money or how, how famous she was going to be, which ain't too famous to me, because a lot of
Hmm.
people that I talk to don't even know who she is, don't even know nothing about the show.
No, and just like we talked about, you and I was talking about this way before other bloggers was talking about. We already said that these big bloggers will not talk about stuff
They
like
will
this.
not.
They don't want this on their platform because
Right.
it doesn't make no sense. They see straight
Absolutely.
through it. If you see
Yeah.
straight through all this mess, this woman is on. And like I said, to me, I only could give you my honest opinion. All this right here is coming across as clout chasing. And look what Bertha
Absolutely.
said. Bertha said, I laughed when I read that because it's comical.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Stupid. But there's a certain factor of fans for everybody. Even this idiot got a host of fans that support her in this garbage. I mean,
Mm-mm-mm.
Sexy Red, I don't know if you know who she is.
Oh
Sexy
my
Red
God.
has fans. You know, the crap that she speak about in her songs, a
Hmm.
decent person wouldn't even consider buying it or enjoying it. There's a fan base for every fool.
My
I
God.
mean, now anyway, there used to be a time when there were morals and values to what could be presented to the American public. No more.
Hmm.
All of that's gone.
Because they put all that garbage on just because they know our people, we don't, some of us don't think, and we mimic these people life, thinking that these people is all about that life. These people is not
Right.
all about that life. These people are getting paid to drag your tail to the slaughterhouse. That's all it is.
Absolutely, you are correct. They know there's a certain sector of our
Hmm.
community that do not think logically and rationally, and any garbage can be poured on them, and they're going to accept it as gospel. And there
That's
you go,
it.
you get you a melody hope.
That's it.
You know,
So why would any court in their right minds, knowing all the stuff that has been going on this particular reality show and
right?
on social media, why would they inject the kids into all this?
It'll never happen.
Never.
It will never happen. Those kids will never be back on that TV show.
Hmm.
And if she keep posting them, she's gonna be fined
And I
because the
think they
school,
should because they testing it.
yeah,
They testing the hands because I've been seeing
yeah,
a few pictures of the
yeah,
son. They've been, and also I saw something the other day. I
mhm,
think one of the kids' birthday, and it was
yeah,
posting
yeah,
some pictures. They testing the hands, and
yeah,
like
yeah.
I say, it's time for Martell to sit there and
Oh,
just get up. Stop worrying about these people because these people don't care about you. It's
yeah.
time for Martell to go ahead and take action. And anytime when they see these YouTubers putting his children on social media and monetizing off it, then he should sit there and strike their channels.
Yes, he should. Every time they post a picture, because she's sending them the pictures for them to post, because
Somebody
she
is.
can't post them. But every time one of his kids is posted by one of these bloggers, he needs to strike their channel.
Absolutely. And not only that, he need to go ahead, just like Maurice. He need to go ahead and handle it with court because
Right.
these people are very cocky and arrogant.
Yeah. Well,
It's
the
like
thing
they
with
don't
that
care
is,
what the judge says. They want to
yeah,
sit there and say they want Martell, thrown in jail. But what about you guys breaking the law?
yeah. But the thing is, what they do know is she's keeping him in court. He has to
Hmm.
pay his lawyers to defend himself against her. So his money is tied up. So they know that he can't be taking them to court because his money is already tied up with her.
Absolutely.
You know?
Read what Bertha said, Lodge.
Oh, okay. Bertha says, isn't this the same courthouse where her supporters filed complaints against the judge that wanted him or her fired?
Are you
They could be,
serious?
I'm not sure if it's the same court or if
Wow.
it's the same judge. I know
You
that
mean
judge.
that her followers filed a complaint to the about the judge?
Well, they say they were going to file a complaint against the judge because the judge ruled. Remember that that Martell had the children's best interest at heart and Melody didn't. And they wanted to file a complaint against that judge, which was a female judge, a Caucasian female judge. So I'm not sure if it's the same judge, that's taking care of this particular case that she filed against him. I hope
So
it's the
are we
same
talking
judge.
about children is doing that or grown people?
Filing these complaints against the judge.
Yes.
Yeah, it was her followers, her
Grown adults.
grown adults. Yeah, they wanted her
Wow.
taken off the case because they felt like she was favoring Martell over Melody. Judges
Wow, that's
don't do that.
horrible.
Judges listen to evidence presented by each lawyer and then they make a decision. There is no favorites in the courtroom. Idiots.
Wow, that's
Oh
hard.
boy.
That's crazy.
I
So
think I
let me,
told you before.
huh? What you
I think I
said?
told you before that one of my nieces lives in Atlanta. She is a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Her profession is in family court. She is also an assistant Supreme Court. She works for the Supreme Court in Atlanta, Georgia. So I get a lot of information from her on court cases that she has presided over, what happens with children. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so, no, the judges don't make decisions based on a fan base or what a
Of
fan base
course.
states. They make decisions based on the evidence presented by the lawyers in reference to their clients. Martell has a
Mm-mm.
lawyer and Melody has a lawyer. You know,
Wow.
girl.
Wow. And wasn't these charges dropped right here? Let me read this paragraph right here because
Okay.
Martell had told Tasha K that the judge went ahead and threw this out. So right here it says in the filing obtained by the U.S. Sun, the behind every man host claim her ex continued to use corporate punishment that is excessive and abuse of AB towards the minor children, and including but not limit to choking, grabbing, punching, and the minor son hitting all the children, pulling and twisting them. The father had refused to follow the court order as he had stopped therapy between him and his minor son. But didn't the
Mhm.
judge, Martell had told Tasha K that the judge went ahead and threw that out?
Threw it out. Yeah. I think she took him, Martell said 3 or 4 different times, and
Mm-hmm.
each time it was thrown out.
Yes,
And I agree and I believe him because he still has his 50-50 custody. If they
absolutely.
had ruled against him, he wouldn't have his kids 7 days old.
Absolutely.
It's common
So
sense.
that is, thank you. And it doesn't make sense. And also it says the father continued to incorporate a corporate punishment on the minor child that they only want to see their father if he will stop hitting them. Now you know good well that's not true. Them cheering with him the majority of the time.
Yep.
Oh my God, really?
But she has to make him seem like a monster, a villain. You know,
Wow.
I can imagine if Tank got smart, he might have snatched him up in his collar, might
Hmm.
have grabbed him by his arm and say, "Hey, little boy, you gonna sit down and behave like your daddy told you to."
Hmm.
That's not AB, honey. That's not AB. You know
Wow.
what? I mean, what is Martell supposed to do? What Tank say? Is
That's
Martell
it.
supposed to allow Tank to tell him what to do? I don't think
Absolutely.
so. If he
But all
say
that
sit
right
down and behave, as a father, he has every right.
absolutely.
And if Tank don't abide by what his daddy says, of course he's going to get a little verbal uh, tagging from his father, or he might get popped on the behind, or he might, get snatched up. But Martell's not supposed to do what Tank say. I wish
Absolutely.
a kid would walk in my door and try to tell me what they ain't gonna do. I don't care whose kid it is, and all my friends know it. All of
Hmm.
my family members know it. If you walk in my door with your kid, when your kid walks in my door, I'm running this show, and they gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Point
And
blank.
that's why I felt some type of way when Lexi, what's her name? Lexi went into the Fletcher's home and disrespect them at
Right.
their table.
Yeah.
I couldn't see that because I don't care what, how you feel is a way that you talk to a person when you in their home,
Right.
especially when you're not a child.
Absolutely. And yeah, she was totally wrong, and it wouldn't happen in my house.
And that's the
No, it would.
part that I really, right there, I saw straight through it. I threw it out because she came across as bitter, because when she said that, she never been around these people, and uh her mom remarried when she was 5 years old, so, and he left when he was two. I was saying, to myself, well, who was feeding all this information? Because if she said, she never was around these people, maybe a few holidays, but
Mm-hmm.
yet she had all that information, that she knew where Nell worked at, and she knew everything about these people, and to me, it's like, she was stalking, and she was a very bitter person, so she was looking for something to sit there and try to smear their character.
Well, I agree with what you're saying. I still blame Chris
Hmm.
for his daughter's animosity towards him.
Absolutely,
And she
no doubt about it.
disrespectful. Yeah, she was disrespectful in their home. But I still blame Chris for him not stepping up and being a father to that girl as she was while she was coming up. I blame
Yes.
him, not
Yeah, he could have
Nell.
did more. He could have did more.
Yeah, I don't blame Nell for that because that's his daughter,
Hmm.
and his daughter should have felt loved, cared about, even though she was in a different home.
Hmm.
I support Lexi in her feelings, and I do believe that Chris was negligent in providing her with a father's love. That's not going to
Absolutely.
change. The girl don't feel like that for no reason,
Absolutely.
you know. But what is she disrespectful? Absolutely. But that's his fault.
Hmm.
Yeah, because you and I both know if you love your kid and you give your kid the right amount of attention that a parent is supposed to give, your kids do not feel towards you the way Lexi feels towards Chris. Whether you in the home or out of the home, we both know that.
Hmm.
You don't love your child and treat your child right, and your child ends up feeling negative about you. I don't believe. I believe he was wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm-mm.
do. He wasn't
Yeah.
the father that he was supposed to be to her.
Hmm.
You know, he seems like he may have been a good father to the other three, but he wasn't a good father to her.
Yeah, but see, the thing that how I look at it is that the mother has no animosity towards him, and it's like, once she, found, her new husband, then just like she has said, Lexis, what's his name, Lexis or
I
Lexi,
think her name is Alexis, and they call her Lexi.
Alexis,
Yeah, I think that's her name,
or they just
Alexis.
call her Lexi for short.
Right, that's what I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, just like the mom said that, she was looking, from the other side, thinking that the grass was greener. So quite obvious, she's saying her stepdad gave her a good life. But, like I say, especially when they is a girl, they long for their biological father.
Absolutely, I
Hmm.
believe that to be true. I mean, my
Okay.
daddy was in my life from the time I was born until God took him away. I
Hmm.
couldn't imagine how I would have felt if my father was not in my life,
Hmm.
you know? So I hurt for Lexi for that reason because I don't believe Chris was the father he was supposed, even though she had a good stepfather.
Hmm.
But that biological father has will have to provide that child with love. So the kid don't feel like the other children got more love than she got. That's just the way
Absolutely.
I
Yeah. But I really think that, she did it for clout because,
Which one?
Lexi, I think she
See?
did it for clout because some of the stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it was just hearsay. I don't think that
Mm-hmm.
she actually, she did an investigation before they came before she came on this guy platform, or maybe when
Mm-hmm.
she saw that the Fletchers was on the reality show, so she was trying to figure out what to come up with, so the time come when they give her that opportunity to tell her side, because
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see how someone that was not that involved into my life knows so much, down from the woman was working at the dollar store. It to me, it just
So,
don't make no sense.
so you think when she went on T's show and did that interview, the things she said about Chris and Neil, you think Alexi did it for clout?
I think the minute when she saw that the Fletchers was on the show, she gathered up a lot of stuff to find out, so she would be able to tell, that right there for, so that's what I think. I think she did it, because she wanted to embarrass them. That's her way of getting back, which
Wow.
I did say, she really messed herself up because, we get so much in our feelings, especially when it comes to our people, and we mess up a lot of opportunities because
Mm-hmm.
by the Fletchers went ahead and invited her to come on that show, and sit at the table with the rest of the children. It was
Mm-hmm.
her opportunity, just go ahead. Sometimes, we just got to just a close, just just shut down. Some people think that if I speak my feelings, I could, at least I got it out, but sometimes, it's best to
Mm-hmm.
just keep it to God in prayer, and
Mm-hmm.
pray to God, because I truly believe that it could have been a good opportunity where they would have asked her to come back so she can go ahead and promote her business. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
look at it.
Wow. Yeah. So, do you think they should have excluded her out of filming?
No, because they most likely they didn't know that all what she said, how she felt was going to come out of her mouth.
You don't think so? It seemed
I don't
like.
think that they knew. I don't think they knew because first of
Mhm.
all, she already said that, she never really, interact or even know those people. That's how, she came out and said she really didn't know those people.
And you don't think they knew that she was bitter with them or angry with them or.
Well, I think, most likely they know that, she was angry and she was bitter, because I think Nell, said every time when we together we always argue,
Yeah.
but I'm
Hmm.
looking at it as a business opportunity,
Hmm.
especially when the whole world is watching to pick it apart. I think that was could be her time, to just go ahead and get her foot in the door. And that's how I look at it when it comes to Melody, and even Carlos King has said that he was shocked, get your foot in the door, get people to know you before you sit there and start spilling your guts. I think she should have waited, because first of all, they was not talking to Lexi. I think that
Right.
Nell was talking to her son, and she the one went ahead and she, intervened in that
Right.
conversation. So
Right.
she should have waited her opportunity so she can go ahead and say what she need to say. And that's most likely why Nell felt the way that she did, which Nell was wrong when she told Lexus to go ahead and shut up, but we don't know what most likely had happened behind the scene. But I think that sometimes we just cannot just be in our feelings and our emotions, because it messes up a lot of opportunities. I see Nikki B said, in my opinion, I think two things can be true. Lex is hurt and she was bitter too. Absolutely. Chris and Lexi need to do a family council, and I would like to see them come back together, do a family council. But by she going on the bloggers and trying to embarrass him, I don't think that she's going to get that opportunity back. What you think?
Wow. I wish they could have some family counseling and it could be on the show and it could be positive and work for them. Um, I think Chris would be willing to do it. I'm not sure about
Hmm.
Lexi. She says the door is closed to her daddy and to Neil. I hate that because
Hmm.
that's her biological father and those are her siblings. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I just don't believe. I mean, I can't see why they wouldn't expect for her to express her true feelings if they knew, which it seems like they did know. They had been having family issues and problems all the time. Seemed like they knew she was gonna blow up. I
Mhm.
would expect for her to blow up, wouldn't you?
I think it was Lodge, I think it was kind of caught off guard because just like I
Mhm.
say, they were not talking to her at that time. So they probably had
Right.
a different scene for her, maybe to come back another episode,
Mhm.
and talk about how she felt, but it was not about her at that time.
Do you see Nikki B says here that Chris is scheduled to do an interview with a blogger?
I hope not. Lord, I hope
I
not.
wonder
And if
which
they do
blogger.
a blog,
Mhm.
huh?
I wonder which blogger is he supposed to interview with?
I hope not.
Chris is scheduled to do an interview with a blogger. Nikki
Yeah,
B,
I hope
which
not.
blogger? I wonder which blogger it is.
I hope not. Oh my
Ask
God,
me.
saying
Ask
yeah.
me.
Don't mention no other blogger's name. I don't want
Oh,
to even talk about that.
okay.
Yeah, but because like I said, nobody
Wow,
mentioned my name.
that
So
would be interesting.
yeah, but if
Uh,
he's with a blogger, I mean, if they do go on YouTube, I think that they should go on Tasha
uh,
K's.
well, he in that particular
That's all
blog,
right, Nikki. That's all right.
Chris Fletcher and that particular blog, I'm not going to say his name. They do
Hmm.
have a relationship somewhat.
Oh, they
They
do.
have been in communication because
Oh,
remember,
okay.
Chris allowed that particular blogger to come to the open house, Destiny's open house, and go through her
Oh,
home.
okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Right, Chris was
Oh, so they do know each other.
yeah, they do know each other.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know that because
So
I don't really
I'm not
follow
surprised that he
other
chose that
bloggers.
particular
Mhm.
blogger because he do know him. They do know each other.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah,
that makes sense then.
yeah, that makes sense. Uh,
Well, that makes
but the thing
sense.
with that is that particular blogger is not a fan favorite of the superstar and her fan base.
That's not the same blogger that is filing a suit against Miss
Yes,
Buddy.
ma'am.
You could call her Miss Buddy, right?
Right, Miss Buddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that
okay. Yeah,
particular
yeah. I know who
one.
you're talking about now.
So
Yeah,
that's
I
going
know who you're
to
talking about.
cause if he is the chosen blogger for
Hmm.
that, I mean the chosen blogger to do the interview, that's going to cause a little bit of a tiff with
Oh, okay.
Miss Buddy and her fan base because they don't like that blogger.
Oh, okay, okay.
And Chris
I
Fletcher is
see
supposed
now.
to be a friend to Miss Buddy.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be interesting if
Wow.
he is the selected interviewer. It'll be a good
Hmm.
interview
Yeah,
because
but
that particular
I still
blogger
think
is
that
entertaining.
what I think is, I think
Hmm.
that they should just not even say anything about it because first of all, that's family. And some things is just not meant for the whole world to pick it apart. Some things is just for them to sit there and hash out their difference behind closed doors. And if I'm going to bring it into the public, then I'm going to go ahead and bank off it where she can bank off it as well. And maybe go ahead and put it on the show. I really think when it comes to the Fletchers, I think that now
Hmm.
uh after all this stuff had played out, I think that they can do a spinoff. What you think?
Oh, that would be nice.
They got a lot going on. I didn't know they had a
Yeah.
lot going on because it was so clouded because of Mel and Martell's toxic stuff that they had on that show. But I
Wow.
think when it comes to the Fletcher, I think that the Fletchers could do a spinoff.
Wow. Well, if he chose him, then they're getting geared up for season 7 to bring the
Hmm.
heat. The Fletchers are
Wow.
trying to bring the heat. If they're going to if he's going to interview with this particular blogger, they are gearing up for season 7 to be the hot couple with the
Hmm.
you know, with all the
Hmm.
controversy. To
Hmm.
me, because that
Country
guy.
girl says she's still here. She's fixing us something to eat.
Oh yeah, girl, go ahead, country girl, eat up, enjoy.
Yep.
I like some good food, girl. Mm. Yeah, that's
Well,
gonna be hot. I can't wait. When is when?
yeah, but what you think about it? Do you think that the Fletchers should just wait to tell the story because it's so sensitive?
Mhm.
Because she's coming out a lot of hurt, and we also know that she spilled a lot of stuff that she shouldn't. So, do you
Mhm.
think that they should go and have some type of spinoff where maybe the entire family come together and do some kind of therapy session? You think so?
I don't know. It would be nice, but I don't think Carlos is ready to give them a spinoff yet.
Hmm.
They
But
just
like I
came
said,
on the show. Hmm.
huh?
They just came to the show.
Girl, no way in the world. I would tell my story while
Mhm.
all this stuff is going on with Martell and Melody because it's going to get lost in the sauce. Ain't nobody going to hear what's really going on with the Fletchers because everybody is worrying about Martell and Melody's drama because the two, that's the only time they can make a storyline. But also, Nikki B says, in my opinion, the Fletchers are going to use the Lexus story as a storyline for the show.
I agree,
Absolutely.
Nikki P.
Yeah, of
I agree.
course. She
I
says some
believe.
damaging stuff.
Uh-huh. I believe they want to be the hot topic for
Mhm.
beloved Marriage Huntsville for season 7.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because Nell did say she was gonna come out and talk, but then she said her and her husband was gonna come out and talk, but most likely, producers probably told her to just wait it. Let's not put it on social media, likes, i.e., the host.
Right,
Let's
right.
put it on a show where we can go ahead and bank on it,
Yeah, she did
which
say
that
that
makes
it would be.
sense.
She
Hmm.
thought the show was coming back in late April or early May, and that's when she would address the things that Lexi said.
Hmm.
That's what Nail said. So yeah, they saving it for the show, honey. I think Nikki B is right. Lexi and their story is going to be their storyline for season 7.
Hmm.
And that's it's going to be interesting. I just wish Lexi could be a part of it. I mean, I don't want them speaking about what went on in the family without Lexi's side of the story.
I don't think that it would never work. It would never work. No way in the world. Most likely, Lexi wouldn't even let that happen unless she can go ahead and confront him. But
Yeah.
Lexis, she said a lot of stuff, and the Fletchers wasn't around when she put all that stuff on social media. Smart Land Logistics says, I don't think they should get a spinoff as of now due to some other skeletons that allegedly might come out on Chris
Oh
soon.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You didn't hear it earlier today. They was talking about Chris Fletcher's little messy past.
No, girl, do tell.
Oh, honey.
And everything in here is for entertainment purpose only. It
Yeah,
is alleged, okay?
Martin Lane's logistics is absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
Chris
What
got a few.
happened?
Chris got a few skeletons, girl.
Girl, we all got some skeletons.
Yeah, we all do. But I'm like Smart Lane's logistics. They don't need a spinoff. His skeletons are,
Uh,
real raggedy skeletons.
so give me a little ready PG.
Huh?
A little red, little PG. Give a little rated
A little
PG.
bit of it. Well, they were talking about Chris's past and his infidelities,
She say they are
and
very
the
heavy ones.
let me put it like this: the age of his mistress.
Oh my God. I done heard it now. Okay,
Yeah.
I can put two and two together. Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's not gonna. I mean, if the girl was 21, I mean his mistress, his side piece, or whatever you want to call a girlfriend, it wouldn't
Hmm.
look so bad.
Not a R. Kelly, huh?
Oh yeah, we talking about R. Kelly,
A
supposedly
really, really R. Kelly, like
a
a
real
down to
R. Kelly,
16, huh?
a real R. Kelly in Huntsville, Alabama.
But 12?
Now that I'm like Smart Lane's logistics. His skeletons are, them bones. They don't need to be.
Wow.
No, 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 no.
Wow.
They can't get no spinoff, honey.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
surprised they're even on the show if it's
My
true.
God. I mean, these people need to run from, especially when it comes to our people. We need
Mm,
to run from these reality shows. These reality shows is like kryptonite. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to lift no black families up. Very
There you
few. The only one that I know that came out of as a winner,
uh-huh.
and that's Candy Boris.
Yeah, she did.
Candy Boris, even if they say she got fired, which I'm going to talk about all that, I'm going to drag
Mhm.
it, but still of
Hey,
all, she don't have nothing to hold her head down for,
absolutely.
because she came off of
Girl,
that show as a winner.
baby, they call in Huntsville like a Peyton Place, a little bitty Peyton Place. Girl,
Nikki
we
B
talking
said,
about R. Kelly stuff. If
"Oh
it's
Lord Jesus,
and that don't need to be presented to the general public.
girl,
Okay,
I need my prayer cloth and my holy water. God, I need to. I'm
girl.
clutching my pearls right now." Uh,
Okay,
Look, Nikki B said it seems like Huntsville is like Peyton
Peyton
Place.
Place. Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is Peyton Place? Because girl,
Girl, that was one of my favorite movies back in
I
the
don't
day.
watch TV. Who is Peyton Place? Is it's like a
It was
scary movie.
a movie written by this particular female of a
Hmm.
small town, and it was a whole lot of family drama and some R. Kellyan.
Oh, gee,
Oh yeah, girl, you didn't see Peyton Place?
girl, I don't watch TV. How many times I told you I don't watch
Oh my
TV?
god.
If I watch TV, it's going to get in my spirit. That's why I don't watch TV, because uh I have to watch at least one reality
Uh-huh,
show, because
uh-huh,
of when I watch a reality show, it's
mhm.
like I take upon these people energy. And you see how I'm passionate about it, right?
Right, right,
So
right.
I cannot watch all that stuff because and they say, well, why you watch Love and Marriage in Huntsville? Because that's where our people at. And I could take the foolish things of this world and conform to wise. And I see straight through it. And that's why you and I, we drawn to each other, because we don't watch the show like other people watch it. And it's easy for us to watch it because we're not coming as a fan. We calling it as we see it, right?
Right, 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 girl.
So I
Well,
don't watch it, but girl, these people are something in Huntsville, huh?
girl, well, actually, Peyton Place was a movie first, and then
Mm-hmm.
it was turned into a sitcom. Uh, it was made in 1964. It had
Mm-hmm.
5 seasons. It was a movie first, written by I can't think of that author's name, but it became like a nighttime soap opera.
Wow.
And girl, they had some stuff going on.
Mm,
You hear me?
Lord
It was
Jesus.
good. Yeah, it was good. Oh
Girl,
my
they
goodness. I
doing up
love
some
that
stuff in
series.
some Huntsville, huh?
Yeah, girl.
But they
Huntsville.
say you got to watch them girl, you got to watch them Huntsvilles. Cause when anytime when you see or hear a town called Ville,
Mm-hmm.
you better run, because there's some stuff going on. And
Well,
I
that
can't
was
I
good
can't
one.
talk. A girl, I can't talk, because in my little neck of the wood is just the same.
Well, it's like that everywhere, girl.
And especially back then. Back then, you see,
Yeah,
we didn't have no social media.
yeah. Well, the lady
And
that wrote the book about Peyton Place, her name was Grace Metalius.
okay.
And then it was a good book, and then they turned it into a series. I don't know if you
Wow.
know who Lana Turner is.
I don't know nobody. Girl, the only shows I used to watch, that
Mhm.
really I didn't mind getting in my spirit, and that's the Cosby Show.
Oh,
Oh, girl, I loved me some Oprah Winfrey. Girl, I even I could show you a picture. I'm gonna show you a picture. I even thought I was Oprah.
ah,
I did
you were like
everything.
blood, huh?
Girl, I promise you, at one time I thought I was Oprah. I mean, girl,
Mm,
I did everything that Oprah told me to do to start a
really?
business, where I was even looking like Oprah. Let me see if I can find that picture.
Mm,
Girl, that's how I opened up my home health with Oprah, when she said, don't let nobody sign your checks, you sign your own checks. And I learned a
mhm,
lot from Oprah.
really?
Oh, I loved it,
Yeah.
Oprah. Oh, yes,
So
indeed, girl.
I remember when Oprah first came out. I'm from the region
Mm-hmm.
where Oprah started her first talk show, and believe me, she is not a fan favorite in this region.
Oh, well, not now, but back then, honey, I loved to meet some Oprah, and nobody couldn't talk about no Oprah. Ooh,
Mm,
Lord Jesus Christ,
I
not
ain't
at
never liked
all.
Oprah Winfrey. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I loved it her.
No, she ain't one of my
G-
people.
That's how I sat there and let these people sit there and sabotage some of my business by sitting there. I'm watching Oprah and they in there sitting there doing all kind of stuff, you know.
Uh,
Girl, I love to me
yes,
some
indeed.
Oprah.
Yeah, Bertha Raymond Redmond says she remembers Falcon Crest and Dallas. Yeah, I remember all of them shows.
Uh-huh.
Yep, yep.
Mm,
I've
mm, mm,
always
mm.
been a movie buff or some type of show. Yeah, that's the
Mm-mm.
thing,
Girl,
girl.
and don't talk about scary pictures. Oh, I can't stand scary movies. I
Really?
remember it took me a long time to watch this show called Exorcist. What you call it, Exorcist?
The Exorcist?
Yes, I remember I was sitting down and
Hmm.
oh my God, it's just like when I watch something scary, it's like I'm just staying still into it. So
Really?
I remember I didn't watch it. My sister was horrible to me, you know?
Hmm.
She took my baby doll and she turned the doll head. And girl, I'm still traumatized.
Oh Lord.
She know I
Oh
didn't want it to watch the movie Exorcist, and she turned
mhm.
the doll head.
Yeah, because in the
Girl, I
movie,
mean, it's just that traumatized me. Girl, I don't watch it because
yeah.
it gets in my spirit. Go, oh,
Oh girl.
if I watch something right now, I could see straight through it.
Really, really.
I could see straight, just like I see with when it comes to Tisha. Tisha got a very, very good spirit.
Yeah.
When I see Marcel, I can tell you all about Marcel because it's like my spirit connected with these people.
Uh-huh.
And Marcel, I like Marcel. It's just that Marcel he's a sneaky person. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And Melody, oh my God, Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy when it comes to
Wow.
Melody.
Look here,
Martell,
country
Martell's a
girl.
good person, but he's also a people pleaser.
Yeah, he is. He likes to be liked. Country
Yeah.
Girl says the shows she liked were Dallas and Dynasty were my
Me-
favorite shows. I love, there's a new Dynasty out now, Country
oh,
Girl.
girl, no other dynasty like the original with JR.
Right. The one that they putting out now is a pretty good one too.
Well, you'll say that because you like TV.
Ah,
So you're going to
I love
say
a
that.
good
But
show, honey. Because
I
this particular dynasty that's being produced now has black people in it.
oh,
Dynasty
okay.
of the 80s or whatever, 90s, there were no black people in this show.
Oh, okay.
Black people were not the stars. In the new current dynasty, they have black people in it, and they are
uh,
stars in the show.
country girls say, "Lady, do you sound like my sister-in-law?" Girl, I have a spirit of discernment. I just have
Uh-huh,
a high anointed upon my life. I had it since I was a child. That gift
uh-huh.
I have, and I can't allow everybody around my spirit. It's just like
Oh,
even when I do my videos, certain people I can't have on.
uh-huh,
I could feel their spirit. I feel your spirit. You got a very, very good spirit. Country girl, she got a good spirit. Story got a good
okay.
spirit. You could tell when a person has a good spirit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was one girl used to come up here and she did one loud laugh. And when she did one loud laugh, it just like
Uh-huh.
it traumatized. I felt that spirit. I couldn't let that up no
Really?
more. But it's just a gift. My mom got a gift too. My mom
Mhm,
got a very, very powerful gift.
mhm,
But it's just something that I picked up this since I was a child. I just every
mhm.
time when I see certain thing, it's like it's just drawn into my spirit. So that's why I'm careful of who I allow around me.
Of course, of course. That
But
makes
I remember Dynasty because I used to like what you call that Apollonia. You remember Apollonia on Dynasty?
Oh my goodness, it's been so long. I can remember God, can I remember any of that cast
Yeah.
besides
Country girl say yes, that's what she says too. I would like to talk to her because it's not too many people like me. She said her sister-in-law says the same thing. But I'm not like my other sister now. I got one sister. Oh my God, she just no earthly good. I mean,
uh-huh,
she just walk under the anointing 24/7. I don't
uh-huh,
walk under the anointing 24/7, honey. It's a time in the season. You mess with me, honey, I might lay it down.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Now Dallas is with I used to like Dallas too. That's with
Yeah,
JR.
Yeah, I did too. I think everybody was into those shows back then. Really, that's
Yeah.
all you had to watch.
That's what I was about to tell you. That's all we had was 2
That's
and
all you
9.
had to watch. Yep. And they were good shows.
Yeah.
You know, they were interesting. They had some mystery and, you
Hmm.
know, but now, what we got now is Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh my
And that's the
God.
only show I watch. That's the only show I watch. I might watch Real Housewives of Atlanta if Nene and Portia come on,
Okay.
and
Yeah, you
and we
do
could
like
do a
you
review on that. Hmm.
yeah, you do like you said. I think Nene has a new show on Zeus, right?
I
No,
know
am I
that's what I was thinking. I said, well, how could Nene go and sign up with Real Housewives of Atlanta
wrong?
when she's on Zeus? Or maybe she probably told him, this going to be a part of my contract where I can go wherever I want to go because she knows the protocols now. So she knows
Oh,
exactly what she wants.
so she is back on the Housewives of
I
Atlanta?
don't know, Tasha K. That's why I didn't talk. See, that's what we're supposed to talk about
Mhm.
today.
Uh-huh.
But Tasha K had put it on Instagram that Nene Leakes was coming back, but she was coming back sort of like a friend to Portia, and she
Oh,
was not getting the money. She took a big old pay cut. So I don't know how it is because I don't really hear too many people talking about it. Country girl say I'm here for it, Lady D. Yes, indeed. But I don't know. But yeah, the only thing that I like watching on TV, I like tennis. I used to like Serena and Venus. Nobody can
oh
say
yeah.
nothing about Serena and Venus. So that's why I stuck to. And I like real life issues. I like to watch CNN.
Oh my
So
God,
y-
really?
yeah, I watch CNN but the TV mostly be looking at me. I just like the research, especially when it comes to my spirituality and my history. I just like to just shake my people, wake them out this sunken place.
Okay, I get it. I feel you. Everybody got their personal preference.
Yeah. So if you ask me anything about the Bible, I could tell you anything about the Bible. But now, as I've been coming on social media, I've been opening to so much different stuff now where it making me search it more closer, because a
Hmm.
lot of stuff, we, especially when it comes to our people, if that's what it says, it settles and you don't question it. You see where I'm going with that?
I hear you.
But now that I'm on social media and everything is at a push of a button where
Mhm.
I can do my research and I say some of this stuff, it just don't make no sense. You see where I'm going, right? And that's all I'm
Uh,
gonna say about that for now, because this not right here.
that's
Country girl say you might be able to get me on the panel.
well. Come on, country
Come
girl.
on, come on. Let me let on there.
Come on.
I want to see my
I love
sister.
hearing your opinion about
Me
some of
too. Me too. Let me let her
these
up.
topics. Come on,
She
country
probably
girl.
sit there and say, I know what she gonna say because I feel what she gonna say in the spirit. She probably say if I be talking about my spirituality. Let me see what she's talking
Oh,
about. I don't know. We gonna see what she's talking about. The door is open. Come on in.
yeah, it's two topics that I try to stay away from,
And
and
what
one
is
is
that?
my spirituality and my ideas about religion, and the second most important topic to me is politics. I
Okay,
do
yeah.
not like to talk to people about politics
And
or
don't you know,
religion. Uh-huh.
I was thinking about I might go ahead and do me another channel because this channel right here, I say, I've been trying to turn it, into what I wanted to turn it. It never goes. It just
Uh-huh.
stuck to reality shows, and I'm gonna just go ahead
Okay.
and keep it there because I tried so many times to turn this channel, to something else. And for some
Mhm.
reason I can't. So I say I might just do a separate where I just talk about my spirituality,
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
because this right here, which I'm not going to stop it because that's what I'm all about. You understand what I'm saying? That's me. I can't talk about nothing else because I don't know about anything else.
Okay. I
Yeah.
understand.
Country girl said, Not now. I'm talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta." Okay, okay, okay.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm gonna hold you on to that.
She
She
said
said
she's gonna
you took
talk
the
about
words
it.
out
I
of my
heard
mouth.
before
I
this.
know. I felt the spirit. I told you. I know.
A
She said,
country girl likes the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, she gonna catch us when we start talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
But I knew she was gonna come back with that. I felt it in the spirit.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of my favorite shows. I mean, it's been seasons that I didn't watch, but I've watched more seasons than I haven't. I have favorites on there. You have favorites. Everybody have their favorites on there.
Mhm. Well, I was watching that from like season one. That's how I started. Watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. We used to be
Okay.
up all night. I mean, all night. In this
Mhm.
chat room. Even Michelle Brown. What's her name? Michelle Brown. That's how we had met Michelle Brown. One of the guys. I never forget his name. Sean. What's his name? Sean. I can't think of his last name. Well, we used to sit there, we get all this information. We used to feed
Uh-huh.
Michelle Brown because at the time Michelle was on Twitter. She
Okay.
wasn't on YouTube. And that's she was well known
Mhm.
on Twitter, writing her little, the little articles she used to write and stuff like that, straight from the A. But
Okay.
girl, we
Oh
was
yeah, I know
I
what you're
mean,
talking about. She
yeah,
Elliott.
girl, we yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like her. Oh, I definitely love her.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if I wanted to know anything about Real Housewives of Atlanta, she had
Hmm.
the tea. She was right there, and we was
Yeah.
so into all that. But still, of all, they never took it. We never took it to a very dark place like
Right.
they took Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Now I
Okay.
remember we got upset with Funky Dineva. He didn't have a channel at the time, but
Uh-huh.
he was trying to make himself known when he went into, and I'm gonna say a legend because it was so
Hmm.
many years back
Okay.
when it was said that he had someone to go and dig in Kenya Moore's trash can, or somebody gave him the receipts of her
Uh-huh.
bank statement. And I'm gonna say a legend,
Okay.
and he was talking about her bank statement. She didn't have no money in it, or she was being
Hmm.
evicted, the lease. And that's the only time when it had got a little dirty. But after that, people stopped getting into these people's personal life.
Okay. Okay. Does she
Hmm.
still have her channel?
Who, Michelle?
Michelle Brown. Is that
Oh,
her name?
Michelle's doing good. You never went to her YouTube channel?
You know, not really.
Yeah, go to Michelle YouTube channel. She don't write as much as she used to write,
Uh-huh.
but she focused more on her YouTube channel now.
Okay.
Country
Okay.
Girl said only a Portia comes on the show. Me too. Only a Portia comes on the show. That's the only time that I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. If Portia don't come on the show, you all are not gonna watch
Nah,
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
nah.
Okay.
Only girl, no indeed.
Hmm.
I would, girl, my spirit would be messed up if I just have to watch Kenya Moore. Girl, I
Really?
couldn't take Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore has a very, very dark spirit as well.
Oh wow.
Oh girl, that girl, her spirit is very raggedy.
Yeah, I know she can get low, but she has to
And
get.
you love Kenya Moore.
I like Kenya Moore. I
Well,
really don't
well,
like
you
her.
like Kenya Moore, girl.
Yeah.
This is gonna
I
be
mean,
a hell of a platform because you like Kenya Moore and I don't like Kenya Moore.
right, but I can respect your who you like. Um,
Hmm.
I like Kenya because she can get activated if she's pushed, and she can verbally challenge anyone. You
Hmm.
know, and I noticed that she had a problem with Portia. Her and Portia didn't get along, of course. She didn't get along very well with Nene. She wanted to get along with Nene, but Nene didn't like uh, Kenya for some
Hmm.
godly reason. And then her and Marlo always had an issue. I can't think of nobody else that Kenya really had problems with. but
Kenya had, girl, my God, girl, where you was? Kenya Moore
okay,
had
who else did
problems
she have
with
problems with?
everybody that came on that show.
Like, I mean, I remember she had an argument with Portia. She had an argument with Marlo. Her and Marlo was always going at each other. And her and Nene. Who else did she get into it with?
I couldn't take her when she messed with Lil Kim, and Kim Fields does not mess with
Oh,
no
Kim
one. You
Fields.
remember when she took Kim and pulled the chair from under
Yes, I
her?
remember that.
because she was upset because Cynthia Bailey had used her,
Yeah,
you know, to be a producer of something that
right.
Kenya Moore, not Kenya Moore, Cynthia Bailey had going,
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
Kenya Moore was upset about it.
Yeah, they were both selected to produce that show, and
Yeah,
Kim
and Kenya
only
Moore
got
just got all nasty.
Kim's input. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I remember that.
And the only person that Kenya Moore never went ahead and dragged, and that was Candy. Everybody else, she just drugged. And that's why when Portia did what she did, man, oh my God, that was just so. Oh, I don't promote violence, but that time, honey, I say, yeah, I cheer, yeah, pull up, drag her across
You
that,
said
uh,
tear all her hair off her head. Huh?
tear it up, and she pulled it.
Oh,
She pulled hair weave and all.
yeah, and you're right. She got Kenya good, but Kenya learned
Mhm.
a valuable lesson. You know that prop. I think she had a bullhorn or something that she was
Yeah.
shouting.
Look what
And
Nikki B said. Nikki B said Kenya and Phaedra did not get along. Kenya was flirting with Apollo. You don't remember that one?
yeah, I do remember that. I
So
do.
how could you sit there and say you even like her? Because this girl did some very devious stuff.
Oh, yeah, now that they bring up all of the incidents that Kenya was in.
Hmm.
Yeah, she did cause that rift between her and Phaedra.
Hmm.
Apollo, she was flirting with Apollo. I have to agree. I'm not gonna lie and say she didn't. She to me, she was because the first thing when he came out, oh, he's fine or something. She said,
Yeah, you don't tell nobody husband they fine.
yeah, you're right
And
now.
then they say something behind the scene, and I'm gonna say alleged that I think Phaedra was saying something about uh Kenya had Apollo to help her to get that Rolls Royce that she had because she didn't have no credit. You remember when they was talking about that?
Oh no, that one I don't remember, but I'm not gonna
Yeah,
dispute
that's
you.
how she had got that Mercedes because Apollo had helped her get that car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girl,
now.
you must have was sleeping on Kenya Moore. That's probably why you liked it her because girl, that girl was dark. I mean, she would go
Yeah,
into the darkest place. If you
yeah,
would have saw all the videos that I made about her, oh, I made up some videos where even Nene used to retweet them.
yeah,
And
girl. I
I
remember.
deleted a lot of those videos. This was Smart Lane Logistics says. I think Kenya is real. She doesn't mince. I don't know what that means. She doesn't mince her words, not sugarcoat or nonsense. I like her too. I think she grown for her past immaturity once
She
she
became.
became a mom. Yeah, she matured a little bit, you know, once she became a mom. But
Yeah,
the thing that I don't like about Kenya Moore is that you know she just had a word for everybody, but she never
yeah.
wanted to talk about her own personal life.
You don't think she talked about her personal life? You mean her
No,
marriage with
no, that marriage was just as faker than
uh-huh.
all
Well, yeah,
outdoors. I
I
don't
agree.
even think those people. It just was so fake and phony. I don't even think these people even had a relationship.
Well, she did talk about being raised by her grandmother. She talked
Hmm.
about not being accepted by her biological mother.
Yeah, but she
Uh,
didn't start it in the beginning. She talked about that at the end when she was trying to reel the show back in. If
mm,
she would have started talking about her childhood from the beginning, then
mm.
I think people would have been more. She would have been more relatable.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember hearing her talk about her mom never being accepted by her mom, her grandmother on her father's side raising her. I like Kenya, but I do have to agree. She did start that mess with Phaedra in Apollo. She was
Mhm.
flirting with him. And I cannot remember what her and Portia got into it about. Oh,
Um,
wow. I'm not sure
she just
what their
kept
beef
calling
was.
her dumb. She kept calling her dumb. I think it
Yeah.
was dealing with something with Portia and Cardell. She just kept
Oh,
poking, you know, into her marriage. And I
mm-hmm.
think that Kenya Moore brought some girl on the show that knew callers, and it was not call. What's her name? Cardell. it was just a mess. Nikki B says that I think back then Kenya had some pain, her issues with her mom, and that's what she should have started. She should have started talking about that, because I could have been relate, could have relate, because my mom went through exactly the
Mhm.
same thing that Kenya Moore went through with her mom, because my mom was adopted out by her aunt, and my
Okay.
mom used to feel some type of way why her her biological mom didn't keep her,
Okay.
and got rid of her but kept all the rest of the siblings. And
Okay.
and just like my aunt would tell my mom, you should have been glad you was out that house, because we was jealous of you, because you
Mhm.
had everything.
Right.
And
Right.
Kenya Moore, her mom was very, very young. If I'm not mistaken, her mom was 16 years old. That's like a child having a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
don't think that she most likely, and we can't say we don't know, but I don't think that her mom could have gave her a life like her grandmother did.
Well, I agree. Her mom was a teenager, so she wasn't old enough to raise a child, but she
Yeah,
didn't have
16
to
years
just
old.
disown her child. You
Huh?
know, I don't think her mother had to disown her, but she probably wasn't old enough to raise a
Well,
child.
back then, having a child at the age of 16, and most likely,
Mhm.
she's was 15, st- stuff like that is frowned upon. And I
Yeah.
guess more likely, she didn't want to be embarrassing her family. So I would see if she took her children, I mean, she took a child and she just went ahead and got rid of it, then that would have been a problem. But she gave it to someone, that know that her child was going to be taken care of, and she went back to school. Now, if she would have gave the child away and then she would have went on the streets, that would have been a different problem. But she went back to school.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see?
Nikki says, Kenya also said Martell tried to holler at her first, but
And
Martell
that was a
said he
lie.
was lying. Candy and Kenya told Shereé not to date him. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You are right about that. She did say that Martell. She implied that Martell was trying to holler at her. So yeah, Kenya has some dirt. You know. She
Yeah,
does.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And also, Nikki B says Kenya and Nene did not get along back then. No, because
Uh-huh.
well, we already know when it comes to Nene. Nene, she's like me. If I'm not mistaken, I think Nene is a Capricorn, right? Or she's a Aquarius.
I don't know.
Well, she close to it. I know she in January, and I don't know if she. But the thing about it is that Kenya Moore did some underhanded stuff, and Nina's a type of person that if
Mm-hmm.
I did something to you, I want you to be loyal to me. And Kenya Moore was not loyal to, because Kenya Moore came on that show with a prayer and how you say that, a wing and a prayer.
Yeah.
She came with the clothes off her back, because Kenya Moore, uh, I mean, according to all the stuff that when we had this little group was digging up, Kenya Moore really wasn't doing too much until she came on that show. Because you remember
I
when
agree.
Nene, huh?
I agree. Kenya was broke when she came to the
Yeah,
show.
because you remember when Nene had got she had got an apartment, and Nene said, "I got to get a helicopter to
Yeah,
come out of
I did.
this
Yeah,
apartment, this white refrigerator she had." And
yeah.
Nene was just frowning upon, frowning up in that apartment. So Kenya Moore pretty much didn't even have nothing
Yeah,
until
she was
Nene
pretty
helped
broke.
put on her foot. But then she
Yeah,
said
she was
there, once
broke.
she got bigger,
Mhm.
it's like she rose against her, to sit there and stomp her down. And that's where Nene couldn't, she couldn't phantom. Uh
I always thought Kenya was
yeah,
trying
Nene is a she's a
to be
Sagittarius.
Nene's friend.
Huh?
I always thought Kenya really wanted to be Nene's friend, but Nene just wasn't having it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think when Kenya and Cynthia got close, Nene really didn't like Kenya.
Oh, that's why I say Nene is very territorial.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is how they got it into it. Portia introduced her as Miss America and not Miss USA. Kenya was what is Bellatin
She went
ballistic.
ballistic.
Yeah,
She went
then she
ballistic.
bullied Portia when she was going through her divorce from Cardell, even Greg took up for Portia sometime. Yeah, because she was really bullying Portia, calling her slow and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Look, my girl's in the house, Donna.
Yeah, Donna says she hates Kenya. Oh no, she said I cannot stand Kenya. Oh my
Donna say, "Hello, lady. I can't stand Kenya."
God. This is a Kenya hate party.
Girl,
But
this
I'm
gonna be
like,
good.
you ladies are entitled to your opinion about Kenya. I am not going to negate it or this. It's
Girl,
your opinion.
look,
I
this is
respect.
gonna be a good conversation because we might have Donna on the panel and Country
Yeah,
Girl.
yes, a whole lot of Kenya haters in here. They don't like my Kenya. Oh my goodness. Okay, I ain't gonna mess with y'all about it. You
Donna
know.
say Nina is a Sagittarius. Oh, I thought she
Oh,
was a Capricorn, so she must be
oh,
at the
okay.
end of January. Oh no, the end
Oh,
of December. December is Sagittarius, right? The month of
not
December.
sure.
Yeah, Nene Virgo of Virginia, Kenya is Aquarius, and
Shereé
Shereé
is
is a
Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Well, all
She
right,
said, "I am late. I was cooking. Everybody cooking late."
y'all tell us how you really feel. She said,
uh,
I can't stand Kenya.
Country Girl say, "Lady D, read Bertha comment." Did I read Bertha comment? Let me
I
see if
don't
I
know.
read.
There's
I
Bertha's
think I
comment.
read a comment, huh? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
when this right here, when she said Portia introduced her as Miss America.
Right. And she was
Nene birthday is in December the 13th. Yeah,
oh,
she's a Sagittarius because my sister's a Sagittarius.
okay.
Nina and Portia. She said Nina and Portia. And yep, that's it. My favorite. Now I might be a little biased when we start doing Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Well, that's all right, girl. Bias is good. I mean, difference of opinions make the conversation interesting. So, it all works for me. You know, it all works for me. Everybody has the right to like who they want to like. In my
Absolutely.
opinion.
Absolutely. And then people were saying, I don't think that Nene going to come back because Andy is not going to let her come back. Andy don't own that.
Uh huh.
Andy don't own no Bravo. But they're saying, yeah, because she was trying to sue Bravo. But the thing about it, the way that they did her,
Uh huh.
nobody was even thinking about Bravo Network until these color girls came on. You see what I'm saying?
I believe that to be true. Now I ain't gonna negate that.
And they say, well, we had Orange County and we had some other show. No, they may have
Right.
had people watching, but when Real Housewives of Atlanta came on that network,
Everybody
they
started
brought
watching.
white and black. They had
Yeah,
that show
I
had a white and a black audience.
I agree. Yeah, the Atlanta Housewives made Bravo popular and put them on the map and
Yes.
brought them into millions of subscribers. Not Orange County, not New York. It was the Atlanta Housewives that put Bravo on the map.
Yep.
Yep.
And most likely Nene probably say, I was loyal to you guys. I help you uh put life in that dying ship, and this is the
Right.
treatment. And not only that, Nene has said that she was the one that came up with the idea, and I'm gonna say allegedly because it's not her word exactly.
Okay.
When it comes to Watch What Happened Live, she was the one
Yeah.
wanting to do a review after the reunion, and
Right.
that's when they went ahead and got Andy, to do it, to be a host. And
Right.
so she thought that these people were her friends. Girl, these people are not your friends.
Yeah. She
Stop
said it
thinking that
was
these
her
people are your
idea.
friends. The people bite off of everything that we got.
Yeah, she said that was her idea, and they took it over. Watch What Happened Live was her idea.
Look what
Yeah,
Bertha said. I thought Real Housewives of Atlanta was the original. All the others follows. That's what we all thought. Because nobody was not checking for that network.
right. No, I think I'm not sure. It was one of the white shows that started it, but nobody was
They
watching
say
it.
Orange County. I think it was
Orange
Orange
County.
County. Yes,
Okay,
I think that was
I
the
thought it was
first.
New York, but you say it's Orange County. Okay,
I
okay.
I I might be wrong. I might be
I'm not
wrong.
sure either, because I didn't start watching none of it until the Atlanta Housewives.
We
So I
all.
don't know who was first. Yep.
We are. And the thing about the difference between Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Marriage in Huntsville is that these people, they go on, they do their job, and they know where they are. They know their role.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
So they don't have to sit on social media and feed their fans. Now, Candy
Right.
did it. Candy did it, but still, of all, Candy fans was not as evil and devious as,
Right. Absolutely.
Melody's fans are.
Right.
Because Candy, she worked up her brand with her fans, but Melody, I don't know if it went left that she was trying to work up her brand, with her fans, but they just got so vicious where they went on
Yeah.
an attack mode. Oh,
Right.
she said Orange County. Yeah, that's it. Orange
Orange
County.
County was the first. Okay.
Hmm.
I ain't never watched Orange County, so I don't even know who's on the show.
Girl, I used to just peep at them, but I never was really into all of them. Now I used to watch New Jersey because I like Teresa.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I never really got so involved in it. But
Hmm.
the when I started watching Love and Marriage in Huntsville, when I first saw the show, and the reason why I did it because I say finally, we got black people on a black network, we got all
Right.
black casts, we got black executives, and
Right.
now we get to tell our own story. I was praying for something like that to happen. I say because who can tell a story better than we tell our own story? It's time for us to
Right.
start telling
Right.
our own story, but we didn't do no better. I thought we dropped the ball.
Well, um, I see now how Carlos King got fired or left, ended up leaving
Yes.
Bravo, based on how he's navigating Love and Marriage Huntsville. I can see
Hmm.
why he
Yeah.
had to leave Bravo, although he's intelligent, but he
Hmm.
doesn't know boundaries. He doesn't know how to be. He's a good executive producer, but he doesn't know how to separate. He
From
doesn't
the
know how to
friendship.
be a boss. He thinks that he has to be everybody's friend, and you cannot be everybody's friend and be their boss.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see him progressing. I don't
Hmm.
see the shows progressing because he has no control over his cast.
Hmm.
They control him.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Because
sad.
I was wondering, I was saying, why Carlos is so focused on a network that pretty much got rid of him, which he did
Right.
say that he left. So, like I said, oh, this is for entertainment purpose only. Okay, so don't come after us. We only could go by of what we see.
He acts like he really wants a job back on Bravo.
You think so?
He acts like it. I mean, he constantly has Bravo actors on his podcast. Oh, I heard for season 7, Dustin Ross will be doing all the interviews and the
Oh, for
podcast.
Love and Marriage in Huntsville.
For all of it, I believe. I think Carlos is giving up that position as a blogger, and he's handing it over to Dustin Ross. You know who Dustin Ross is, right?
Oh, so the blogger, he's going to do he's giving up his blogging, not his how he hosts the shows, right?
Right. I think he'll still be the host, but Dustin will be doing most of his interviews. That's what he said moving forward for season 7
Okay,
of
that's
Love
great.
and
That's
Marriage
great.
Huntsville.
That's great. That's good.
Because Carlos cannot ask the correct questions. He cannot put people in their place because he's too close to them. So he's
Hmm.
giving that position to Dustin, which is a good thing.
Okay, that's great. Nicole B says it seems Carlos is too much in the blogging business, and that's absolute. We talked about that last night, right?
Right, right. He is. He can't be
Hmm.
an executive producer and a blogger too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Shawnee was trying to remember Shawnee O'Neal.
Right.
She was trying to
Yeah.
pull that same stunt,
Right.
and it didn't work.
It didn't work. Yeah. That's why Carlos have to give it up
Hmm.
because he cannot speak his truth about his own show.
Hmm.
He cannot interview his own cast without trying to be everybody's iron friend.
Hmm.
You know,
and
he can't
and it
ask
was
them the proper questions.
and it was the wrong move when he went down to Huntsville. He could have known that he was going to ruin all relationships with the rest of the cast because they are ensemble group, you
Yep.
know?
Yep.
He should have
That
known
was
he was going to
a
mess that up.
yep. It looked like he's favoring, depending on who's in front of him. That's who he favors at the time. If it's
Well,
Martell,
I
then
don't
he
know.
favors Martell. If it's the Scots, then he's all up in their butt. If it's Melody, he's all crawling up her crack.
Mhm.
You can't do that. You have to be honest, and he can't.
Mhm.
So Dustin will be taking over that position.
Okay. So Dustin, he has his own YouTube channel?
No, he is the co-host every, I think it's Sunday night or Monday night with Carlos.
Mhm.
Kind of a young, light-skinned guy. Um,
Okay.
he does the Monday reviews, is it, with
Mhm.
Carlos on the show? Well, he's going to be doing all of that as of season two,
Okay.
which is a good thing. Carlos needs to get his butt off of YouTube
Mhm.
because
Yeah, he
Carlos,
messed it up. He dropped the ball, because I
yeah,
really thought, and I was praying. I actually was praying because I just couldn't see all these black, beautiful women going to, a all white network, and telling their story. And I was saying, why we don't build our own house, and tell our own story? Who could tell it better? And
yeah,
especially when we knew that these people was watching because of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and just to
yeah,
see how these people was just profiting off of us. We building them up, but it's like when it came to Real Housewives of Atlanta, they didn't get no good trips. The filming was all messed up. You used to
yeah,
see how it's like when they used to show them the film, the camera was jumping and everything was unprofessional, and the trips that they was going to look like roach motels, and when you saw Beverly Hills and all the rest of these other
what you
reality
say?
shows,
Roach
huh?
motel.
What you said?
You said they were roach motels.
It looked like it be compared to what the other reality shows had. They was living in five-star motels and eating good food and drinking good wine. And every time when Real Housewives of Atlanta women would go on a trip, it just looked like it was just average.
Yeah.
And but yet they was the one that was pulling that network. And I was saying, why would they treat these people like they did?
That's true.
So I was praying, I was saying, it's time for us to build our own house. So I was excited. And that's how I
Yeah.
went on and followed Carlos King, because I was so excited when, he went on own network. And I was, how I feel about Oprah, right? Which Oprah,
Right.
and I was upset with her because how they say, she sold some of her shares, when it come to that network. Why we always do that? We got
I don't
enough money. It's like we never satisfied with money. You can't take that money to the grave. I
correct.
never saw a U-Haul taking worldly possessions and bringing it and throwing it into the grave with these people.
Right.
It didn't make no sense. So I say, why Oprah went ahead and she sold half of her network, but still of all, I was just excited to see Carlos King doing exactly what other people was doing on other people on their channels,
I was
but we
too.
dropped the ball.
Yeah. Well, I hope he gets off of YouTube and get his butt behind the camera where he needs to be and stay out of these people's face and out of these people's business. What did Donna say? What does
Donna
Donna say?
said Dustin is kind of a male fan.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
Well, I won't be watching him because I'm looking for someone that I can't just take you just lifting up one person. I
Yeah.
can't I can't
Somebody
watch that.
unbiased. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dustin,
yeah, and I can't see it.
that's true.
I
Donna's
can't see
correct.
you just give everybody else a fair chance.
Well, I think Carlos needs to give up the position. So
Mm-hmm.
him handing it over to to Dustin is a good thing to me. Carlos needs to get off YouTube. He's
Mm-hmm.
not a blogger. Dustin
Yeah,
is a blogger.
because every time he come on, it just feels so icky. And the reason
Yeah,
why, because you got so much stuff that is going on, with your shows, but you focusing on somebody else shows that
Yeah,
these people putting millions of dollars behind.
yeah,
Make it make
yeah,
sense.
yeah. But Carlos got to go, honey. He
Yes,
got to go.
girl.
Else that show gonna go down, down, down even more.
Absolutely. And I be wanting to see my people. I want to see my people make it. Girl, look, we got about 30 more seconds. So let's go ahead and read this. Oprah was hospitalized for 2 months with
Oh,
pneumonia just before the lockdown. She almost died. She's putting her house in order. Oh my God.
oh, okay.
Oh my God, we're gonna send
A lot
prayers
of
for her.
people
Girl,
sick.
but I'm gonna show you that picture. I don't have it up, but I'm gonna show you the picture, girl, where I thought, oh girl, oh my God, at first when I was younger, I thought, Janet Jackson, but then when I started getting into that business, girl, I was on Oprah all the way. So, girl, what is your closing remark of all that we talked about? How would you want to go ahead and close this show?
Well, I'm going to close with number one, I want them to settle this crap in court between Melanie and Martell. I want them to leave each other alone. And I want the Fletchers to be moved up into the show. I guess in place of Stormy and Courtney and make them friends of the show. The Fletchers need to be a main focus of the show moving forward. That's what I think. And Melanie and
Hmm.
Martell need to back down a little bit, maybe even, yeah, disappear.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I
that's
totally agree. Country Girl said another great live. D. Everyone enjoy the rest of your night. Safe. God bless you all. And Nikki said great commentary. That's my first time seeing Nikki B. You ever saw Nikki B? Thank you for coming on, Nikki.
oh, yeah, it's great to have her. Okay, let
Yes,
me ask
yes.
you this. What you think about my new mic?
I love it. Girl, look, I don't have to take accelerants after I leave.
Girl, I didn't know it was that bad, okay?
You did the
So I
playback and saw
ordered
the
the
mic. You
person,
you you,
I
you
got
did a
the same
playback and
thing
heard it.
with it. Huh?
You did a playback and you heard the mic.
Yeah, I did hear the buzz and I said, oh God, let me order another mic. So I put the
Uh-huh.
order in early this morning and I paid for same day delivery. And I got it about maybe 15 or 20 minutes before your show started.
Yes,
Yeah. So this is
because I was
another brand new mic. I don't know how long this one gonna
girl.
last. It
It
just
sounds real good. It sounds. Only thing that you need to do now is just put a little avatar. You don't have to put your picture, but a little avatar.
yeah, I got to figure out how to do that.
All you have to do, let me show you how to do it. Uh, on your name, it's gonna be little three little buttons, okay?
Okay.
And you push the three little buttons, and the three little buttons gonna say edit name, edit audio avatar, and you click that.
Okay.
And when you click that, you can go ahead and put any avatar that you want, or
Okay.
you just hit where it says start camera.
Okay.
Click start camera, and that right there, you see, like it showed me right. And when I hit
Okay.
stop camera, it stopped.
Okay.
So it just show your avatar. So you just put a picture. That's why I was trying to make sure you check your email here.
Okay, girl. You know I don't often check that email,
Me
but
either,
I
me either.
will.
But I'm gonna start texting you something because I wanted you to come on the back wall, so so I can show you how to put your avatar and stuff like that. But everything is
Oh,
great.
okay.
The sound is good.
Okay. I
Uh,
hope this lasts a little while.
yeah, it will. So Bert to say good night blessings. So we gonna close it down because you girl, make sure you keep me in prayer because well, I have a little small procedure. I
Oh.
think it's gonna be Thursday. They're gonna put a scope down my throat
Okay.
because remember I was telling you I had parathyroid surgery, right?
Right.
And all the time I just get hoarse and stuff. So they're gonna see what's going on.
Oh, girl, you will be in my prayers and
Yes,
see you
yes. So
on the
make
other
sure you keep
side.
me. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
might. I'm not gonna come on Friday because I'm Saturday. If I'm feeling good Saturday, I'll
Hmm.
come on here. Now tomorrow I might come on tomorrow because yeah, I don't have nothing to do tomorrow. So if you could think of something you want to go ahead and talk about, just email me here.
Okay, I will.
All right. Thank you, Lodge, and thank you for
All
helping us
right.
sister out here.
Always, girl.
All right. Good
Okay.
night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Okay. All right, guys, we're going to close it down. Thank you all for coming in and, enjoying the live. And I mean, this was a good one. I mean, I had a lot of interacting. Thank you, Bertha Raymond's, Nikki B, my girl, country girl came in. Donna Davis, yes, indeed. You guys, look, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm going to go ahead and get you on that panel, okay? You hear me, Donna and country girl? So, guys, look, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Smart Lands Logistics came in. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit like, comment, or however you feel led, but comment, share these videos for more unapologetic content. So on that note, guys, you all have a good night and you all be blessed.